Right guys, so we've just travelled up to Kempston Hardwick in Bedford, the proposed site of the new Universal Park. We haven't been up here for a little while. We did quite a bit of footage back in the summer, but there really hasn't been a lot going on so far this year. I think we just came up here to have a little poke around really, see if anything's changed, if there was anything new, which I don't know about you, but there doesn't appear to be anything new.
There's not much. There's a couple of fences that have arrived here, obviously. Ready, I think, pretty much from the amount that there are there of probably... I mean, we literally parked right next door to the field. So I think there's fences that will go all the way around the field to stop people coming in and probably in preparation for any works that are going to happen. On the field itself is something interesting. There is a blue pipe that looks to be capped off coming out with a wooden stick with a little bit of red on top of it. So it'll be interesting to know what that actually is and doing a little bit more.
I just have to stress as well, we weren't on the field because obviously there's trespassing signs up here everywhere. We've used our drone to go and have a look over there.
So we'll fly a drone in quite low, make sure no one's about, obviously, make sure we're abided by all rules, and we'll bring the drone in to get these shots. So that's pretty much what we've seen. I know there's been a bit of clearance over by the cement site.
Yeah, I think there's been a little bit more buzz online about things being cleared in prep for maybe fences going up, and obviously a long-awaited decision on what the future of this field next to us will be. Hopefully a really positive one, because, you know, who would not love to have a theme park on their doorstep? Just for a bit of perspective, we live about 15-20 minutes away, so we will be frequently coming up here once they do, fingers crossed, hopefully start to build on the field. So we'll be able to bring you all the latest news on that. But yeah, at the moment, doesn't seem to be an awful lot happening. We're quite keen to have a look at where things could be placed here as well.
Absolutely, we've got some lovely shots of sort of up quite high. We've got shots anyway from last year, but the new ones, what we'll be doing is we'll be zooming in and seeing what could actually fit in there, and cross-referencing with other parks, obviously in the Universal range, should we say. Yeah,
so I mean, we're quite fortunate. We actually do travel to the States quite a lot. We were in both Universal Hollywood last year and Universal Orlando, and we are actually heading back to Orlando in 4.5 weeks time.
Yes,
so sort of the beginning of April. Again, we will do some updates from over there on Epic Universe and stuff as well. So it's not just this Universal, but yeah, we can also have a little look around the park and get a feel for where things might be in comparison to what we have here in the UK. I think that's a good place to start looking, is looking at the original parks that are the same sort of size.
Absolutely, I do think so. Another thing that does sort of come to mind with this project that's going on here and other bits and pieces. Currently, obviously, they've got Epic Universe open up in Orlando. The site's pretty much complete. I think it's just sort of polishing off bits and pieces. I've seen lots of videos of people actually on the rides. So I presume that's workers there. There's been a few leaked videos as well of the actual rides itself inside. There is one of Ministry
Someone's in trouble for that, I'm sure.
Someone's in a lot of trouble for that. There's Ministry of Magic. You can see basically the ride being finished off. Dare I say it, that was probably a few months back. I think all the rides are pretty much finished, and I think a lot of execs or people who've worked on the rides.
Fireworks testing already and everything like that.
And the latest.
The final bits now going in place. Yeah.
Now, my theory with all this and what's going on here and what's going on in America, I don't think we're going to get a confirmation as of yet. I think, yes, things have been about to be signed off by the government. Now, whether they have been signed or not is entirely... They can say these things haven't been signed, just to sort of give us a little bit of or give themselves a little bit of time to announce. But dare I say it, I think they're waiting for Epic Universe to open first. If you think in the Universal family, and obviously in the products that they give,
they want to see the reaction.
All focus is currently on Epic. They don't want to pull the focus from Epic. Everybody over here is talking about Epic. They want to go over there and they want to go to Epic. By them turning around before Epic opens and says, well, hang on a second, we've got a site that we're going to be building a park on, people might sit there and say, okay, well, I'm going to wait 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah, sure.
Rather than go over there and spend their money over there and go to see Epic. So it could damage people going over, especially from Europe as well. People in Europe, France, Germany, Spain, all around that area will probably sit there and go, well, we can go 2-3 hours on a flight and go to the UK to go visit this park rather than go 9 hours on a flight to Orlando, or 12 and a half to get over to
I think obviously the rules are a lot different, aren't they? They don't need to get all their visas and things in place to come to here. So I do think it's a really, really good thing that this has been proposed. I think it's something that the UK is missing.
Yes.
I think there's a massive gap in that market, especially with Merlin at the moment making cutbacks and, you know, scaling down with Sea Life.
They're scared. Merlin are scared.
I think they are. I think they're worried. But on the plus side of that, it's good to have competition.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that could make them maybe look at things in a different light, make things better with their parks. Because, you know, we go to Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, Chessington, Lego all the time. We have young children. We have a 6-year-old and 11-year-old. We've also got a 23-year-old and a 21-year-old who've got children as well. So we go as a family. So we've got all aspects of it there, really. And it seems to be like the later on in life they get, the 11-year-old, for example, tends to get quite bored of seeing the same things over and over. It's become dilapidated now. And I think they need to invest in their parks and make them better. You know, it's a matter of time, and especially if you're going to open somewhere like this next door to it. There's a lot of choice then, isn't there?
The thing that you've got to think is, regardless of this, in 2030, if they're still aiming for 2030, it might be 2031. Yeah. I think we're playing with sort of 30 or 31 because there might be slight delays getting this through, obviously. And if they are going to announce it after Epic opens, which is in May, I believe, the beginning of May, then you're probably looking at about June, July, maybe even August announcement that this is going to happen. You know, that will be nice. A summer announcement is going to happen. But what you got to think is, come 2030, 2031, this park is going to be brand new. Yeah. The rides will be brand new. There will be no weathering from the weather. And I don't mean as in the Universal coming in creative and weathering stuff. I mean the weather here, because let's be honest, it's the UK. It's not great weather. There's not... the stuff that they're going to build is brand spanking new. There's no damage to it. All these other parks have been open for years and years and years. There's damage. You know, we walk around Lego. This is not knocking Lego at all. The other week,
I mean,
Legoland,
we were literally there for Brick Week.
We was indeed. And dare I say it, I wasn't 100% impressed.
And don't get me wrong, we know it's a soft opening for the beginning of the season and whatnot, and that's great. But there's so many improvements that could be made with these parks.
Absolutely.
Just little things like painting them. I mean, it's not a difficult task. It really can't take that long. You know, I appreciate it's not just a little piece of land, but at the same time, when you're paying a lot of money to get into these parks and to take your children to them, or you can go yourself, you want to see that it's being maintained. You're paying for a service at the end of the day. And I feel like that's missing at the moment.
Well, that's it. And that might be because of the cutbacks as well. Yeah. When you think about it, they're cutting back on a lot of the shows, a lot of bits and pieces that they normally do each year, they're cutting back on. Now, if we look at that, their cost saving, maybe they'll be doing this for the next 2 to 3 years. The amount they save for them final 2 years, they could put new products out there, new coasters. They could revamp the whole park. They could change a lot of stuff.
I feel like they're holding on though. I feel like they're holding on for an announcement. I think they know it's coming, and I think we all, well, look, we hope it's coming. Yeah. I think the UK government will be extremely silly to not go ahead with it, you know, given the economy and how beneficial it'll be job wise and whatnot to the area and to the whole of the UK. You know, it's something that. It's something to be proud of, especially when it's this close to home for us. I mean, I think that's why we're more excited than anything. We love to go, like I said, we love Universal in Hollywood. We love Universal in Orlando. And to be able to just leave our house and be here in 20 minutes would be insane. Absolutely.
Well, I can't wait to be making the videos. Once it's open, everything's open. We do walk round videos, we'll do live videos, 100%. We'll do top 5 videos, is what we've just done for Universal over in Orlando. We'll get all these videos together and out, and I cannot wait to make them and actually be able to stand in the park and say, finally, it's here.
I wait for the to be able to put them off against each other as well, to see what's different.
Yes.
Because obviously there's things that revolve around food, you know, and all the things that they have available there, merch, Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
I mean, we went to Halloween Horror Night, shall I say, back in October. And we enjoyed it, but I don't think it was as good as some of the ones we've been to over here, to Tully's and such. Dare
I say it, and I'm going to put this out there, the UK does it better.
I think we do, I agree.
And I can't comprehend how, because the Americans started it.
I mean, it looked great, and,
yes.
and the food theming was amazing.
But
merch.
There were certain things about it, and do you know what? I think that deserves a video in itself.
I think it was the actors.
I don't think it was the actors. I think when I go onto it, I like to be immersed. Yes. I like to be able to look up, and I don't want to see a gantry from a studio.
Yes.
I don't want to see fire exits. I know they have to be there.
Yeah.
But there's ways that you can incorporate them into it so they're a lot less, or you sort of brush past it. But it did feel like it was on a set, and I can understand, obviously being Universal Studios, and I understand that it's supposed to be a set, but you still want to be immersed in it.
Credit where credit's due. I think there was one in particular, I know we're going to be off tangent here, but there was one maze that was Ghostbusters.
Fantastic.
And that was fantastically themed, to be fair. We're not bashing it. But at the same time, I just feel like the wait times for the queues and the money you pay to get in, I'd expect it to be on par at least with something like Tully's from here.
Yes.
Whereas the Shocktoberfest here blows it out of the water, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
You know, if you guys think any different, please let us know in the comments. But yeah, maybe you've been to a year that we haven't, and it was just this year. But I did see quite a lot of people writing on that as well, and people that live in Orlando that were saying it wasn't. They didn't think it was great compared to what they'd been to previously. So maybe we just gotten off here. We'll be going again in October, so you know, we'll find out. But yeah, I think things like that really hype me up for. Can't wait for that to be here, you know. Just even the merch side of things, their merch is so much better.
And I'm absolutely gutted. The Chucky doll.
Oh,
I was questioning, should I buy it? That was it. Should I buy it? Should I not? I should have bought it. I didn't. And I'm absolutely gutted. I think there's
moral of the
certain
story is don't question the merch. If you want to get the merch, get the merch. I've done it in Disneyland with my Euro
in Paris,
92 top.
Yeah.
Didn't get it, went to get it, and it was out of stock because we go over there quite a lot because we're annual pass holders. But yeah, if you ever question to get merch, if you really like it, get it.
Get it. Don't
or
think.
You will miss out.
Use a credit card, think about it later.
I literally came away like a bear with a sore head the whole way home, sat in the car going, I should have got it.
Absolutely.
Get the merch, buy the merch.
Absolutely. Talking about merch, talking about the Horror Nights and everything like that, I wonder what Epic's going to do for Horror Nights, if they are.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Can you imagine Dark Universe?
Again, that would be insane. I mean, we've looked at the park, and again, I can make so many likenings to what could come here. And I think that's, you know, it's we just hope that Universal announce something very, very soon.
Absolutely. Cross fingers.
Yeah, in the meantime, we will come up here again, maybe next week, just to have a little look around.
Yes.
We won't keep doing updates if there's nothing to update, because, you know, I hate clickbait. If there's no information, no news, then there's nothing to bring you guys. The minute we do have something here that's the movement or progress, or indeed an announcement, we'll be first on the job.
Excellent.
Until next time, guys, don't forget, subscribe, like and share. And if you've got any questions or comments, please just let us know below.
Thank you very much. And don't forget, keep living the theme.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Living the Theme, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep living the theme.